Well, here we are on a wet, soggy Monday. Luckily, we got Luckily, we got all of our games in, which is great. So let's start the recap off on Friday night in a game where something unexpected happened. In the Channel 4 versus Decepticons game, with a slight breeze blowing out, Channel 4 set a Jams record with 14 over-the-fence home runs. Godlike. Menser hit 5. Amazing. Truly an amazing feat. Channel 4 sweeps Decepticons 16-0 the first game, and then 37-3 before Decepticons left the field in the 5th inning before the game was officially mercied. Also walking some leadoff men. Something yada yada yada. I wasn't there, so I won't comment on that. Although I will comment that this has given birth to the discussion of 2 divisions or 2 columns of teams for next year to better balance out the competition level. Which, if people listened to me in the beginning of this year, we would have done that already, but nobody wants to listen to little old me. So maybe we'll talk about it in the off-season. But let's keep that talk for the off-season. Now let's get right into the Sunday games. You had Hitmen sweeping Wolfpack in a game where everyone expected Hitmen to sweep Wolfpack. Apparently one game was close, although I don't see it according to the scores. An 18-8 game and a 23-3 game. I'm assuming the 18-8 game was the close game they were talking about before it seems that Hitman kind of walked away with it after that. Channel 4 sweeps Out of Shape 29-5 and 21-1. So they had a nice little soft weekend, posting about 100 runs, letting up 9. It's a nice ratio. So good job there, guys. We had 9 Kittens versus 9 Decepticons in a very humid morning game at Torpy. Just days after the massacre, Decepticons did show a little bit of fight. 30-8 and 22-2. It was a very lackluster game. Not a whole lot of crazy stuff going on, just singles, doubles, you know, it was hot, nobody wanted to get hurt. Let's see, then we have Wild sweeping Gentlemen's Club as Wild starts to make their push for the 7th seed now as they start playing some of the bottom games. Gentlemen's Club looks like they showed some fight. It was a 10-5 game and an 18-12 game, so, you know, no walk in the park for Wild. Either that or, like I said, Gentlemen's Club has gotten much better this year, so, you know, hats off to both teams. I called it. I believe I called it. I'll have to take a look at the video. But Shaws versus Legends in a split. Let's see. We had a 16-15 game for Shaws, and then Legends coming back 10-13. Winning that game. But more importantly, not only do you split with that team, you also now hold the tiebreaker in case of a split. I don't see it happening, but you never know. In case that ever does happen, you know, Shaws could fall off the wagon at any moment. But you know, Legends also have some big games to finish up. But again, it's always nice to have the tiebreaker on your side. And I guess what the game of the week, which I don't think anyone thought was going to be the game of the week, but it turned out to be the game of the week. SWAT and No Side splitting. First game was 31-12 for SWAT, and it looks like they may have blown their load a little too early. Probably should have saved some of those runs for the second game, as they only put up a 5 spot, while No Side put up a 7 spot. So, what has this done? This has really put a hurting on SWAT, their seeding actually now. While they do hold the tiebreaker over Channel 4 News and the Kittens, 5 losses, they still do have to play Legends, and which they could put up a very good fight. And after Ramadan, they do play Hitmen. So you figure if they split with Hitmen, they have 6 losses. You know, that kind of opens the door for Channel 4 and the Kittens to jump in there. If they get swept by Hitmen, I mean, you're talking a 6 seed with 6 losses, a 5 or 6 seed probably, which is going to happen. Again, you know, it's softball and anything can really happen, but hats off to No Side. I heard the game got a little chipper. I can't imagine why, but Hey, that's softball, and if you can be chipper if you're winning. So a split against a top team like that has put the playoff race on its head. It's turned it around.